Hey everybody, it's Coma Cyclist here, and over there, that's the Boogeyman. Another vlog entry for you today. I actually had a great request from one of the viewers and a commenter on my previous video about bike insurance. And he wanted to know, what about insurance for when you get hit by a car? You know, not wrecking your bike just because you wrecked your bike, like in a crit like I did. But, you know, the unthinkable, where you get hit by a car. So let's talk about that. I've been hit twice by cars, both times on S-Works tarmac, so I think maybe they're cursed for me. The first one wasn't that bad of an injury. Light concussion, damaged the bike, scared the living crap out of me. The second one, a lot of damage, lots of medical bills, surgery to repair my leg, and a year and a half to learn how to walk again. And, you know, in both cases, the bikes were trash. So, let me tell you about how it went and some of the things I learned along the way. Let me throw out a couple caveats. First, I am not a lawyer. Second, I'm not a doctor. I'm an IT guy. If you get hit by a car, I would strongly encourage you to talk to a lawyer, because I promise you the insurance companies are going to do everything they possibly can to get out of paying you money. Now let's talk about the bike first. One of the biggest questions a lot of people have is how the insurance company values your bike. So you got to be careful not to commit insurance fraud too. Like, if your bike isn't damaged and then you try to tell them it is, they can investigate it and look. The last thing you want to do is go to jail. So if your bike isn't damaged, take it and get it x-rayed and see if it's not damaged. There are companies that'll do that. And if it's not damaged, cool, you got lucky. But if it did get damaged, you got to really assess what you got, because the insurance company sure as heck is going to. Do you have a late model bike? You know, recent, like the Boogeyman and I are riding on pretty brand new Bianchi Ultra XR4s. Another video coming on that soon too. Or are you riding on a 25-year-old aluminum Trek? If it's a current model bike, generally the insurance company should be replacing that with a current model bike. They shouldn't be devaluing it for you. It's their job to replace the bike to the standard at which it was prior to your incident, assuming the other person's at fault. Don't be an idiot, run into a car and then blame the car, you know. But if the car hit you and it's their fault, and if the police recorded it as such, yeah, the insurance company owes you a bike of similar value to the one that you just wrecked. Don't be an idiot like those guys that are riding the wrong way on a one-way trail. That's a good way to wreck your bike. Now, probably one of the best things you can do is, if you have a bike shop close by, immediately go to the bike shop. Chances are they've written this letter for your insurance company before, because chances are they've had to deal with insurance companies who try to screw people out of bikes. Go talk to your bike shop. Get them to write a letter that explains that, you know, just because part of your bike is broken doesn't mean, oh, the rest of it's fine. You know, if part of your bike is broken, there's a good likelihood your entire bike is broken. So get a new bike. There are companies that will repair carbon fiber. Save that for the time you go down in the grass or in the wet leaves or something. You know, if the insurance company owes you a new bike, get a new bike. Now, sometimes, after you filed your claim, the insurance company takes the bike, the old one. Other times they're like, we don't want that, because really they don't want it. Now you got to be the one that determines, do you get it fixed or do you not get it fixed? In my case, my bike was way too far gone, so no getting it fixed. But you got to be careful, because, you know, that does reek of insurance fraud. So just be careful of that. Don't do anything that's illegal. Now let's talk about all the other incidental stuff. If your clothing, your kit, your helmet, your Garmin, whatever, If those are damaged, those can also get replaced. So keep an inventory of all that stuff that was damaged. Shoes, anything specialty that was damaged, you can get that replaced. And again, with light quality. So don't settle for devaluement. Now let's talk about your body next. Oh, that sounds creepy out of context. So let's assume that you were injured in the wreck. I hope not. And if you were, I hope you are okay. I hope everything's all right. Now this is where my background in insurance and my experience in these wrecks can help you. If you're injured by getting hit by a car in the United States, do not try to use your health insurance. It doesn't cover that. Believe it or not, it's covered under automobile insurance. Sorry, we're in the process of conquering this hill. So I'm going slow and getting a little winded. Anyway, it is not considered health insurance, and if you go to the doctor, they will ultimately sue you to get that money back. And if you've already settled your claim with your automobile insurance company or their automobile insurance company, you got to pay it. So, first things first, if you get hit by a car, you need to get their insurance information. Their liability will cover it. Plus, you also have something called personal injury protection. If you get hit by a car and the driver does not have insurance, I sincerely hope you have uninsured/underinsured motorist insurance. It too will cover. Now here's my recommendation to you. Carry a lot of that. Like, carry your policy maximums. It doesn't cost that much. And honestly, you get hit by a car, you're in for hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical expenses. My last accident cost almost $300,000, and I had to pay that out of pocket. Now, my insurance covered some of it, her insurance covered some of it. Everything else I had to cover. Even though she was at fault, I had to cover it. And it's simple. Even though I wasn't at fault, and ultimately she would have been responsible, the insurance companies and the healthcare providers, they don't care. They want their money and they want it now, which means you have to pay for it. Or you get liens on your house, liens on your car, you get your payroll deducted, all that kind of stuff. So even though the other lady should have paid for it, I had to pay for it first, and then I had to go after her. But in my case, the lady that hit me was a single mother of two working a dead-end job. If I had gone after her, I would have destroyed her life, I would have destroyed her kid's life, and she'd be paying me for the rest of her life. And it wouldn't have helped me. So I was able to negotiate in my case with the health insurance companies to get some stuff reduced. But in the end, it's on you. So if you think you got great health insurance, bad news, it doesn't apply. So what if you don't have a car and therefore you don't have any auto insurance? Well, talk to your insurance company anyway and see if you can carry that type of coverage. A lot of times they'll sell it or something similar to it as a standalone policy, and it's not that expensive. If not, see if they'll just write just a standard accident insurance policy, something that'll cover you in this case. Now I know it seems silly, like we ride a bike so we don't have to be involved in cars in a lot of cases. But for some stupid reason, insurance companies have negotiated it in such a way that if we're on the road and we get hit by a car, it just doesn't matter. There's only one exception to that, and that is this. That is, if all of your insurances are exhausted, the person who's at fault, your insurance, and everything else has been exhausted, and there's still more to cover, as long as you don't have a federal insurance plan, I know this is a weird loophole, as long as you don't have a federal insurance plan, your health insurance may be able to pick up the difference. this is where you should get in touch with an attorney. It's called being made whole, and if you're not able to be made whole, your health insurance should cover it. But again, thanks to our federal lobbyists, it doesn't count if you got a federal plan. So if you're, a government employee or whatever, it may not cover it. So I hope that information was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to an attorney. If you got questions that you think I can answer, put them in the box down below. I'll get to them. I'll answer them. But be careful out there. Carry insurance. If you're riding a bike, you need to have it. Because sad reality is a lot of people don't nowadays. All right, stay careful out there. Stay awesome. Ride your bikes. Avoid those stupid cars and stuff. Keep it rubber side down. And, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that button down there. Why do I always choose to shoot these videos when I'm on a 10% climb? Anyway, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the dislike button, but I'll break your finger. And then, share this with your friends. Not the part about me breaking your finger. That's just between you and me. All right. Peace out. See you guys next time.